On this episode of CityView, tunnel vision, a big project is complete. What happens when Generation I goes to zero? And bike business, lessons learned from the Dutch. Hello and thanks for joining us. I'm Renee Tejas. We'll have those stories and more, but first, our top story. The Fannie Davis Gazebo along the south shore of Lady Bird Lake has been a part of the Austin skyline for nearly 50 years. Thanks to more than $125,000 in renovations completed by the Austin Parks and Recreation Department, the gazebo now boasts a new roof, new structure beams, anti-graffiti coating on its benches, and a paint job that matches the original color scheme. The upgrades are part of a comprehensive renovation project for Auditorium Shores.
On the count of three. 1, 2.
It's a gorgeous day with this beautiful gazebo, all about, people coming together to make this city a great city. We've got people rowing in the background for the regatta.
Hello.
On the trail, families, bicyclists, dogs. It's like, you know what, it doesn't get better than this. It recently went through some renovations. It was in pretty, serious need of some help. But it's a beautiful, historic, iconic structure. And so it was the Austin chapter of Women in Construction that got it going, raised the funds, and had it built.
Fannie Davis Town Lake Gazebo has always just been there for me. I love to hang out there. I enjoyed its peaceful and tranquility, and I also kissed my first boy there.
No, I don't have anything exciting like a first kiss because, frankly, I moved here when I was 26, so, and I had my first kiss before then. They did show me some of the photographs, and it's a picture of the groundbreaking, and it was late 60s. And so there were some women that were dressed very nicely in late 60s attire, dresses and all, with pearls on a bulldozer, working on the groundbreaking. That really stuck with us when we saw that. So in recognition and as a memento, the city, we gave each of the women a hard hat that has special recognition of today and the gift to the city, as well as a string of pearls that were bought at a party store. They weren't real pearls, but it was especially fun to see everybody wearing pearls, including a couple of men that were part of the original group.
While ceremonial bolts didn't break Austin's wastewater infrastructure, a 50-year-old system that met its end as the mayor, Councilmember Martinez, and other city officials marked the completion of the downtown wastewater tunnel project.
Oh, man, it's pretty tight.
Mayor's turned it the wrong way, broke the tunnel.
The 4-mile tunnel, one of the largest and most complex wastewater infrastructure projects built by the city over the last decade, serves downtown and parts of South Austin. The new tunnel is now taking sewer flows from 2 existing lines to provide the additional capacity needed for existing and future growth in Central Austin. In addition to added capacity, the tunnel construction allowed Austin Water to decommission 2 lift stations, reducing energy consumption and maintenance costs, while freeing up downtown land for other uses, including the new Central Library and even more parks.
Austin downtown area is growing rapidly, as you can just see by condo towers and all kinds of investment, billions of dollars investment now and into the future. And we need to have the appropriate water and wastewater infrastructure, and this wastewater tunnel helps with that need. In addition, it helps improve the reliability of our system for all customers. We eliminated several lift stations. Those are more prone to failure and potential overflows. Obviously, Lady Bird Lake's a treasure. We don't want to pollute it in any way, so we improve the overall quality of our service by this project.
And now it's time for a council update.
Retailers are getting clarification on how to comply with new rules governing checkout bags they give to customers. The Austin City Council has approved amendments to administrative rules related to the single-use bag ordinance regarding signage, reusable bag standards, ways to apply for a hardship variance from the ordinance, and alternative compliance methods. The ordinance goes into effect on March 1st and will require that businesses display signs prominently to educate customers about the new bag rules and available reusable bag options. You can read more about the new rules and find out about training sessions in the Austin Resource Recovery section of austintexas.gov. As Formula One gets underway, the Austin City Council has approved annexation of area around the Circuit of the Americas. The roughly 1,500 acres is in Travis County south of Pierce Lane, around a half-mile east of Pierce and Ross Road. It includes undeveloped land owned by the state of Texas, in addition to right-of-way for Elroy Road and the Circuit of the Americas site. Council also approved an annexation and development agreement for another 200 nearby acres known as the Diane S. Myers Family Trust. Council also wants to ensure that the Circuit of the Americas Annexation Territory gets consistent fire protection and medical first response coverage. In a resolution, the Council asks the City Manager to meet with Emergency Service District 11 and other stakeholders to discuss coverage and analyze fire protection and medical response call volumes and response during the event. And Council approved a new contract for youth services in the Dove Springs neighborhood in southeast Austin. The $73,000 appropriation to the River City Youth Foundation will support a neighborhood-based safe place and learning center for low-income at-risk youth and their families in 78744. Services include after-school services, counseling, tutoring, technology classes, case management, supervised culturally and linguistically relevant mentor-mentee matches, and parent involvement activities. In all, Council considered 98 items at its November 8th meeting. Its next regularly scheduled meeting is December 6th. For CityView, I'm Larry Schooler.
It's almost like a foreign exchange program. Recently, some city officials took a trip to the Netherlands to study bicycle infrastructure in Holland, shortly after Austin officials welcomed the Royal Netherlands ambassador to the U.S. The ambassador and the Dutch Cycling Embassy were here for the innovative Think Bike Austin workshop. The workshop brought together leaders from the Austin community to work on cycling projects and find solutions with the Dutch transportation experts. 3 different groups looked at innovative ways to bring cycling programs to the city.
We are organizing a bike event. It's, as you know, in Holland, everybody bikes. I mean, it's like breathing for us. And we'd like other people to have the fun of biking as well. So that's why we are fundamentally here. We have the same program in other cities like San Jose in California. But we are here to promote biking.
Results and presentations from Think Bike can be found on the city's website. And from one green practice to another, this fall, Austin Resource Recovery launched a new youth education program. The program, aptly named Generation Zero, has an emphasis on zero waste and sustainability and is geared towards students from kindergarten to 12th grade. The program is free to schools located within Austin city limits. One of the first schools to complete the program was Austin Discovery School through Austin Independent School District's Hill Elementary and Bailey Middle School.
All right, if you have a question, you raise your hand and ask for help. So now we're going to do one more activity. What we did today was review what the students have done over the past few weeks, learning about that 97% of our waste that goes to the landfill can be redirected to be reused, to go to recycling, or to go to compost.
Ah, food scraps. And what do we do with that?
Well, the intent of this is to get the children to let their parents know, let their families know, let their communities know what are options for our waste and how we can reduce our waste.
Anna, what would that be? Look at your categories.
Where we can take it to recycle, what we can recycle.
There's not a little recycle thingy on it, so it can't be recycled.
And how to do it properly for the City of Austin so the City of Austin can do it efficiently.
Seriously? That's how much paper we have?
A lot of people don't seem to understand exactly the simplicity of compost and how easy it is.
At least we could take them to the compost.
But then kind of understanding the rules, what can go in and what can't go in.
Can we put our styrofoam in here?
No, it's too small.
Another thing the students begin to understand is what can be recycled and what can't be recycled.
No matter how much you break it down, it's still going to be styrofoam. It'll just be smaller pieces of styrofoam.
And if it can't be recycled, how to reduce it, how to use less of it, or how to divert it in another way other than recycling.
And on to more educational outreach, the National Forum for Black Public Administrators recently held their annual Public Administrators Day. This included providing high school students tours of various city branches. Austin Fire Department was one of the branches that participated in this event by educating the students on different aspects of public safety. The teens met with Fire Chief Kerr, took a CPR course, and explored a fire engine. They also tried on gear and saw what happens when water is thrown on a grease fire. The teens were enthusiastic about learning how rewarding it can be to help people and save others' lives. That's all for this edition of CityView. The next episode will be on Friday, November 23rd. Thanks for watching.